for some football. Welcome to Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The ball is teed up, kicking team looks ready, and we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his second Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
Joe showed yet again, when healthy, man, this guy is an MVP caliber player. He was a stat monster. Almost 5,000 yards passing and 43 touchdowns, and really elevated a Cincinnati team, especially defensively with a lot of flaws, right to the precipice of the playoffs.
Right to the air, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Burrow setting up the play action. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, Burrow to throw. He's got a man left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Play action now. Burrow. Complete out to the right side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Burrow throwing here, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bengals have a first down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Going play action here. Burrow. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
He's going to tuck it and run.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Burrow gets it out wide quick. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bengals get the game's first points here in the second. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Keeps away from one. This makes it up to the 25. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Bengals get to him and take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Escapes a defender. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
On first down, here's Sanders. That's caught. Here's Quinshon Judkins. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. Well, I think there's a good case for that to go either way, but the officials decided he was the more egregious offender, so it's offensive interference. So the penalty backs him up. Here's first and 20. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. A big completion for the rookie out of Colorado. It gets his guys a first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Sanders going to throw here on first. And a screen pass for Judkins. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's Sanders now. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. That one's cut by Tillman. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Judkins has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, here's Jones. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Burrow on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
To throw again, it's Burrow. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On first down, here's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Just really nice execution on his part to convert there. For the kicker to pay off, really the execution of his teammates. He works so much on situational opportunities those minutes before halftime, and they maximized it.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He's back to throw. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barrett Carter. And the Bengals do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Well, their attempt to attack that deficit, it's begun in earnest, like with a capital E. What an immediate sense of urgency they created by that stellar return. This drive has begun must score for this offense. I think we all felt that way. And they sure set the tone coming out of halftime with that kick return.
The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They'll go play action for Sanders. They left him wide open. It's complete. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Handoff now to Judkins. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Another game to Judkins. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets in, touchdown! The Browns take the lead right away in half number 2. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns take a 4-point lead.
14, Bengals 10.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Off the play fake, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
After the sack, could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Burrow from the gun. Looking for his back, but he will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up third down. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. They look good. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff here for Junkins. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Another one for Junkins. And not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up third down.
He was brought down by Jacksonville. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Sanders setting to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Back to throw it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Going play action here. Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Third and 4 coming up now. Looking to throw. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action, Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this down near the 30.
47 on the play. And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, he lost the football! Now the Bengals have it. Has room down the left sideline at the 20. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a 4th quarter lead.
Well, if this winds up holding as your game winner, and I almost hope it does. I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. But I just love what it illustrates. The want-to from this defense to go and finish. Anytime, anywhere, anyone. You don't know when that big play's coming, but you got to deliver, and they just did.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals push their lead to 3.
Bengals 17, Browns 14.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Zone read. This is Judkins. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Browns 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Browns down by only 3. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. On 1st down, here's Sanders. That's incomplete left side. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Toss play here, Judkins. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go, Judkins. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he is to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.